So I haven't really made any progress with the plugin because I was doing a lot of research, but I was able to fix up our website, and that's basically what we're gonna go through today. I'll just show you real quick. Very, very quick meeting. Here you go. This is our website. Now I look at it in like big screen. Maybe I can do something different. But I added like a download page and this new navigation bar and a different background. There's just like a little about section about the plugin, key features and VST format. Yeah, so like for our plugin, because of for licensing, we're gonna use it's just gonna be an open source project, so anybody, if they want, can clone the repository and create their own plugin. But that'll be obviously for later, but that's the main goal. In our demo section, here's it'll be basically like we'll put a video of the plugin working here and just like have a little toggle mute on and off button. But anyway, the main point is just to show um, the actual effects with our plugin. Maybe add a couple more sections of this actually. Then we'll have like a contact page linking to the repository and our, well, I guess my YouTube channel, so that can see they can see the development. And or we can make another YouTube channel actually showing features. I think we might be time constricted on that, like actually. I'll have a team page where we'll add in everybody's or those who, in my opinion, done more for the team. That metric would be literally just those who haven't really showed up. I don't think they should really, get a spot on this. That's me. That's what I think. But we'll link everybody. We'll have a picture and then everybody's GitHub and Instagram. And these light up when you hover over 'em. And then finally, our download section would have the actual like downloading different formats for macOS and Windows. Actually, what I found out was um, building for building the VSTs. You actually do need to build on a Windows machine to build the VST specific file for Windows. Like, even though it's a VST format, it doesn't work on all devices, but that same format will work on different DAWs on your machine. So you can have like Reaper, Logic Pro, and like was it FL Studio all on one machine, and your one VST file can run on all of those. But you can't use the same VST file for Windows as you can for Mac or Linux. But I don't think we're gonna do a Linux distribution because I don't have a Linux machine, and I'm sure y'all don't either. Because again, you have to have a Linux machine in order to use it. Well, this is our website. It should be responsive too. So if I reduce the screen size, you get the hamburger menu. Same thing for mobile responsiveness. But for mobile users, I have like a little media query, and I can't pull it up. But basically, our download section would just not exist for them because we don't want them to download the actual like plugin files. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, you can actually create um, plugins for mobile phones. I didn't really know that, but you can make them for like the iPad and whatnot. And there's a different thing for that. That's how our website is looking. Yeah, like I
That's
said,
great.
thank you. Um, thinking about adding like for this section, maybe like I don't know if you know what SVG means or what it stands
Yeah, like vector
but
graphics.
adding that in the background instead and making like a parallax type of feature. You know, I'll show you like parallax is basically where as you scroll, it does like a cool like effect. Kind of like this. I mean, this is reveal on scroll.
Yeah, I know what parallax is. There's not a ton of parallax happening on this page right now, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. There's nothing right here. Oh wait, here you go. Yeah, I guess something like that. But it'll be like, yeah, that's parallax. We could do something with like the actual like revealing audio portion, like the about section, where it just looks a little cleaner. Kind of like this. I think this would be somewhat nice having like the demo sections be right here. Like you can do like one effect, two effects, all effects, something like that. I think that'd be cool. Obviously, that's for like later, and that's what we really should be focusing on right now. I'll focus on changing the file structure because I changed the file structure for the program. I just really haven't implemented any new code. Let me actually pull that back up. I have it named as delay because I was learning something else. Here, okay, there's a bunch of this, but don't really worry about it. But basically, it's like four different components. And Charles, I don't know if you watched the video, um, but basically, we're using a graph structure to append and depend um, nodes, which the nodes would be basically just the effects themselves, right?
Are those DLLs, right?
No, these are just actual like scripting, and I just realized it'll probably be a lot easier because once I can actually get the uh, main chain thing working, the only thing we really need to do is just create the actual like um mini effects themselves like in the thing, and there's a lot of like open source what's it called, open source DSP algorithms for Juice. Um, let me see if I can find them because I know there's a GitHub um, repository for them. No, it's not. No, I swear to God, I found. Hold on, let me look up on GitHub. Okay, now I found. I remember finding one repository for it, and it basically showed like a bunch of open source projects that people have made with Juice. And obviously, since they're open source, you can actually go in and look at the DSP algorithms. Once I find it, I'll link it to it. But basically, yeah, just we can just go in and y'all can go in and reverse engineer the effects and how they work. Um, the DSP algorithm, which I think would be better anyways, because then y'all would actually learn C++ and how to make a DSP algorithm. But yeah, like I said, I've been doing the research thing like in preparation for today, so I didn't really get a chance to work on the project or work on the audio side of the project. I just was working on the this website portion. Pretty much it for today. I'm gonna try my best to give our resources to learn some DSP algorithms. So I think that'll be like what y'all should get out of this is actually learning how to code and then how to implement algorithms using code. You know, and not just what's it called? I guess using
Script
the
notes.
the DLL files like I was saying earlier. But do you only have it? Do y'all have any questions for me?
Yeah, then so the stuff that I did with the script nodes, is that still applicable or is that mostly just kind of not applicable, I guess?
No, it is applicable because you have similar modules in Juice. I mean, you literally created a DSP algorithm in script node. That was the whole point, was for you to
Mm.
understand how to process audio using different modules. And so you would basically apply the same sort of like line of reasoning with the code itself. You know
Okay, I gotcha.
what I mean? Because like I said, I mean y'all should have some sort of like coding experience out of this, in my opinion.
Mm.
But
No,
y'all
I,
don't
I
have to.
agree. I would prefer that.
Yeah. But y'all don't have to work on the UI. You know what I mean? That would be something me and the other team would work on. Y'all would just specifically work on the DSP algorithm, and then I guess to test it, we could just do one knob where y'all can see how it's working.
Mm.
Oh well, you know what? Now that I think about it, I could probably just make one um like because I already have it implemented with a graph where the one effect that I have is a node, and then you can append and depend that node on the graph for the audio processor. So I think I might just make or push a change to the GitHub where it's just one node, and where y'all can change that specific node to be y'all's effect, and then we'll make a different branch, of course, on the GitHub, make a different branch. But y'all can already apply, the DSP algorithm that y'all are researching into the nodes. So whenever we get it working with multiple nodes in the UI, all we have to do is just apply the DSP algorithm that y'all made. Does,
Gotcha.
does it kind of make sense?
Yeah, I didn't for building. I guess I'll have to figure out how to build because I haven't built the VST plugin from the GitHub yet. I haven't tried doing that yet. I'll have to go figure that out.
Yeah, I need to redo the the GitHub anyways, push new changes, but I also need to work on the CMake file for it. But you don't need to run it on CMake. You can also just run it using what's it called? Visual Studio, because y'all are on Windows, so y'all have Visual Studio that you can use,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and it's a lot easier. Like I use Xcode for it, and it is a lot easier because the only really thing um that needs to be like universal is the juicer file for the project, because the juicer file can make the actual like um, Visual Studio build so that you can build it on Visual Studio. Um, and running on Visual Studio might be a little bit easier than using CMake in the terminal. But both
Hmm.
options will be there. I just need to push that change, like I said. But yeah,
Cool.
and then I also should probably deploy the website too. But I don't know just yet because again, we don't have any build files just yet. And I also need to see when we have to present. I don't really know the date because I think it's like the end of it's either the end of the month or the beginning of next month. And yeah,
Hmm.
I'll see. I'll let you know. Yeah, any more questions or?
I know it's still a little early for this, but is it still? I would still really be happy with helping with doing the video for the demonstration. Is that
If
still, or is there other interest of people that want to do that?
no, I think you would be the person for that. Now that I think about it,
Okay, cool.
if you want to get started on like something, you could I guess make the general like wireframe for the video, and we can work on that.
Mm.
Like so,
Yeah, I
um,
guess I could do an original song of some different samples. May not like a full song. Probably it would be like a thing. I imagine it would be like drums, guitar, bass, keyboard, or something, and then the elements kind of coming in and out with, and then triggering the different effects on each one. or something like that.
Yeah, like
And then and I could just use different effects that are like stock FL Studio stuff or whatever, and then I'll go and replace them with RVST later.
yeah, I think that would be a good way to do it. Yeah, I think like for like distortion, we could build like a drum and bass track and just slowly add distortion to that, and then like reverb and delay, put like a vocal sample, turn that up, and then
Hmm.
for chorus, do like a guitar and reverb, even.
Sure. Yeah.
And then, or I mean, I guess you can make it all one track too, like one big, like slowly add music to it.
Yeah. I could do. I was also just thinking like I wonder if it's a faux pas to you because like I could like write original music for it because I do play music, but also like I might just so it's like even more professional. I do have some licenses to like some music, not like royalty free stuff, but stuff I bought for like $50 in a big sound pack, and it has all the stems of a bunch of songs. So it has like all the bass and the guitar and everything all separated, and all of them dry and all of them wet with all their effects on and all their effects off. So I could just take like one of those nice professionally done songs and don't have to worry about making any music and just do the video with those just and because that might just sound a little better.
Yeah, I have some of those two sound packs that I have. Yeah, yeah, we could definitely do something like that instead of needing to write original music.
Yeah,
But I
just
mean,
just because it's getting to the end of the month.
yeah, yeah, it is short on time. Um, but that's nothing on y'all. That's some leadership stuff that I gotta take care of. But yeah, that's a good idea. That would be definitely something cool. Because we could always do that in the presentation. Just like put a video up, and then do something like run through and make a song, like a quick little song, and adding effects to it. I think that would be a
Hmm.
good demo for the people.
Hmm.
Because that would be the demonstration. It's like, hey, this is what we can do. That's what it does.
Yeah, you got to hear it.
Yeah, and then show the website because it's not just the effect. It's like both. It's like I guess is now that I think about it, it's really like Shark Tank, huh? Like this whole thing.
Mm.
Just a panel of judges, and then you gotta present. Here's what I did.
Yeah, we got to make a bunch of goofy jokes because they always do that on Shark Tank to endear ourselves to the people.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that like the two people and they like talk at the same time on there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is da da
Yeah,
da.
yeah. That'd be funny. I think it's formal too, so uh that's something I need to do. I need to go get my suit for it.
All right.
Yeah, bro, you gotta look dapper.
We need a suit.
Okay, you don't need a suit, but I think it'll be I think it'll be good.
Probably like business casual, like some slacks or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I got that.
Yeah, because our last
Continue.
the last time we did it, we just business casual. I think that was a factor of why we got first place too, but I don't know.
Really professional.
I had a
Dress
whole
to
suit
impress.
on.
I
I had a
know,
whole
I
suit
know,
on,
dude.
bro.
Ike was so dapper, and then we got Korean barbecue afterwards. Cool.
Hey, this time, hopefully, I'll go with y'all again.
That's it. Yeah, gotta get permission beforehand. Also, it was last minute. I just thought about it at the thing.
Yeah. Like,
But this time, definitely plan out dinner afterwards with the team.
if it, yeah.
It'll be fun.
It'll be pretty fun. Anyways, yeah. So next time, okay. You know what? I need the things for me to do would be creating, I guess, what do they call them? Trello cards for y'all for the researching the DSP, and then Trello cards for me for creating a basic graph or changing the audio plugin we have now to be implemented with a graph feature so that y'all can implement the DSP, and then work on the big project with Josh, making the big chain effect component one. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for coming. It was actually pretty good meeting. I'm gonna upload it later, maybe later today or later tomorrow.